Hello guys, I'm Mitali Singh and I'm currently working as a legal intern at Lexis & Company, and in this video I will be talking about Farm Laws 2020. I will be telling you everything that you actually need to know about the Farm Laws 2020. So I will be starting with the introduction, which is in September 2020, our Honorable President Ram Nath Kovind gave his assent to the three agriculture bills that were earlier passed by the Indian Parliament. These farm acts are as follows. First, the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act 2020. Second, Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Act 2020, and last, Essential Commodities Amendment Act 2020. Now firstly, we will be discussing about the first act, which is Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Act 2020. So this bill was introduced in Lok Sabha on 14 September 2020, passed in Lok Sabha on 17 September 2020, and in Rajya Sabha it was passed on 20th September 2020, and the our honorable President Ram Nath Kovind gave his assent on 24th September 2020, and it was introduced by Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Narendra Singh Tomar. The background of our first act. So what is the background of our first act? On 5th June 2020, the Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Audience 2020 was promulgated by the Union Cabinet. Now we move forward towards the act. It creates a national framework for contract farming through an agreement between a farmer and a buyer before the production or rearing of any farm products. And thirdly, we will be talking about what are the exact provisions of this act. Now we will move forward towards the important part of this act, which are the provisions of this act. So what are the provisions of this act? So first provision is farming agreement. The act provides for a farming agreement between a farmer and a buyer to the production or rearing of any farm produce. Second, minimum period of farming agreement. The minimum period of the farming agreement shall be for one crop season or one production cycle of livestock. Third, maximum period of farming agreement. The maximum period of the farming agreement shall be 5 years. It also states that if the production cycle of any farming produce is longer and may go beyond 5 years, अगर आपका प्रोडक्शन साइकिल जो है वो 5 years से ज़्यादा हो जाता है, then the maximum period of farming agreement may be mutually decided by the farmer and the buyer and explicitly mentioned in the farming agreement. अगर आपका सपोज़ ये इसका जो मेन प्रोविज़न है वो ये कह रहा है कि 5 years का अग्रीमेंट होगा बिटवीन द फार्मर्स एंड द बायर, बट अगर विद इन द 5 years आपका प्रोडक्शन नहीं होता है, and if you want to exceed the time period of the production, and if the production exceeds the 5 years, then वो जो एक्सीडेड टाइम पीरियड होगा वो आपको अपने अग्रीमेंट में एक्सप्लिसिटली मेंशन करना पड़ेगा. नाउ फोर्थ, pricing of farming produce. The pricing of farming produce and the process of price determination should be mentioned in the agreement. For prices subjected to variation, a guaranteed price for the produce and a clear reference for any additional amount above the guaranteed price must be specified in the agreement. What will be the amount, or what will be the price of your production? It should be stated in the agreement that which is happening between the farmer and the buyer. So it is a duty of the farmer and the buyer both that to determine what will be the price, or what will be the amount of your production. Now last, settlement of dispute. The act provides for a 3-level dispute settlement mechanism. First, Conciliation Board, second Subdivisional Magistrate, and third Appellate Authority. Now I will be moving forward to our next act, which is Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act 2020. So this bill was introduced in Lok Sabha on 14 September 2020 and passed in Lok Sabha on 17 September 2020, same as that of the previous bill. And in Rajya Sabha, it was passed on 20th September. So, what is the background of this act? On 5th June 2020, the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Ordinance 2020 was promulgated by the Union Cabinet, and this act permits intra and interstate trade of farmers' produce beyond the physical premises of Agriculture Produce Market Committee and other markets notified under the state APMC Acts. The important aspect under this act is the provisions of this act. So, what are the provisions of this act? The first provision is trade of farmers' produce. This act allows the farmers to trade in outside trade areas such as farm gates, factory premises, cold storages, and so on. Previously, it could only be done in APMC yards or mandis. So, before the commencement of this act, the farmers were allowed to sell their produce or to sell their production in within the specified in the specified markets only. वो कुछ ही मार्केट्स में अपना जो प्रोड्यूस था वो सेल कर सकते थे, वो मार्केट्स या वो मंडीज विच वॉज कवर्ड अंडर APMC. बट नाउ आफ्टर दिस एक्ट द फार्मर्स कैन ट्रेड इन आउटसाइड ट्रेड एरिया such as farm gates, other factory premises also. Second important provision of this act is alternative trading channels. It facilitates lucrative prices for the farmers via alternative trading channels to promote barrier-free intrastate and interstate trade of agriculture products. Now third, electronic trading. Additionally, it allows the electronic trading of scheduled farmers produce, agriculture produce regulated under any state APMC Act in the specified trade area. It will also facilitate direct and online buying and selling of the agriculture products via electronic devices and the internet. Now, a person can also buy the produce of the farmer via internet services also. ऑनलाइन आप बाय कर सकते हो उनके प्रोडक्ट्स को, वो ऑनलाइन अपने प्रोडक्ट्स जो है वो सेल कर सकते हैं. सो इट इज़ वन ऑफ द बेनिफिशियल प्रोविजन आई वुड से which is implemented under this act. Now the last provision is market fee abolished. As per the act, the state governments are prohibited from levying any market fees or cess on farmers, traders, and electronic trading platforms for trading farmers' produce in an outside trade area. We'll jump on to our last act under Farm Bills 2020 or Farm Acts 2020, which is Essential Commodities Amendment Act 2020. So this bill was introduced in Lok Sabha on 14 September 2020 same and passed in Lok Sabha on 15 September 2020, and in Rajya Sabha it was passed on 22nd September 2020. What is the background of this act? On 5th June 2020, the Essential Commodities Amendment Ordinance 2020 was promulgated by the Union Cabinet, and this act is an act of the Indian Parliament which was enacted in 1955 to ensure the delivery of certain commodities or products, the supply of which, if obstructed owing to hoardings or black marketing, would affect the normal life of the people. This includes foodstuff, drugs, fuel, petroleum products, etc. Now, powers of central government under this Amendment Act. The Government of India regulates the production, supply, and distribution of the whole host of commodities it declares essential in order to make them available to consumers at fair prices. The government can also fix the MRP of any packaged product that it declares an essential commodity. Third, the center can add commodities in this list when the need arises and can take them back off the list once the situation improves. Next, if a certain commodity is in short supply and its price is spiking, the government can notify stock holding limits on it for a specified period. Now, fourth, powers of state government. The respective state government can choose not to impose any restrictions as notified by the center. However, if the restrictions are imposed, traders have to immediately sell any stocks held beyond the mandated quantity into the market. This is done to improve supplies and brings down prices. Now, fifth is amendment. With the amendment in the Act, the Government of India will list certain commodities as essential to regulate their supply and prices only in cases of war, famine, extraordinary price rises, or natural calamities. The commodities that have been deregulated are food items including cereals, pulses, potato, onion, edible oilseeds, and oils. Now, sixth, stock limit. As per the amendment, the imposition of any stock limit on agriculture produce will be based on price rise and can only be imposed if there is a 100% increase in the retail price of horticulture produce and 50% of increase in the retail price of non-perishable agriculture food items. Now, last, calculation. The increase will be calculated over the price prevailing immediately preceding 12 months or the average retail price of the last 5 years, whichever is lower. It is to be noted that these restrictions will not be applied to stocks of food held for public distribution in India.